Alright guys, WWE Ice this here, the Iceman. I want to do a video about the WWE announcers. We got Matt Stryker, Josh Matthews, Todd Grisham, Michael Cole, Jerry the King Lawler, and Jim Ross. And I, for one, sort of miss Joey Styles. I thought he was great when he was on ECW. I thought he did a good job when he used to fill in any announcing position on any one of the shows. I do miss him, and maybe someday he will come back. But in any event, out of the 6 announcers, here's my number 6 pick. ECW's Josh Matthews. To me, he tries too hard to do his job. He can do the job pretty good, but to me, I think he's just nothing more than a putz. He again asks stupid questions when he does interviews, but as far as announcing goes, he is pretty smooth. But to me, he just doesn't do it for me. So he's my number 6 pick. My number 5 pick is SmackDown's Todd Grisham. I think he's wimpy. I think he thinks he knows it all. And every time I hear him talk, I have to put fingers over my ears, because a lot of times he just got that high voice. Sometimes he just sounds like a woman. And if it weren't for the fact that Jim Ross was the head announcer on SmackDown, Todd Grisham would really suck. Jim Ross carries the announce team for SmackDown. So Grisham is my number 5 pick. My number 4 pick is Raw's Michael Cole. I think he's a total jackass. He makes totally stupid comments about anything that he can talk about. Shackalicious is one thing. I mean, he just totally makes a fool out of himself. And if it weren't for the fact that the King was sitting next to him, I mean, Cole would be in some deep trouble. He's been around for a long time, I understand, but to me, he doesn't belong on Raw. So he is my number 4 pick. My number 3 pick is ECW's Matt Stryker. Very knowledgeable when it comes to wrestling. He gets to the point. He knows what he's talking about. He, matter of fact, carries Josh Matthews. Stryker actually, being the analyzer on the show, should be the head announcer, because he knows more of what he's talking about, being a wrestler, a former wrestler himself. Stryker does a real good job for an analyzer. Between him and the King, they're probably the 2 best that WWE has, and it's a shame that he's on ECW. Not to take it away from ECW, but Stryker really does have a lot of input. Okay, number 2, Jerry the King Lawler. Lawler brings entertainment to Raw. He sort of covers up the fact that Michael Cole can act like an idiot. Lawler makes his funny remarks. He's toned down a lot over the last few years. But without Jerry the King Lawler being the analysis person on Monday Night Raw, with Michael Cole, they would have a problem. So Jerry the King Lawler is my number 2 pick for the WWE announcers. And number 1, can't say enough about him, Jim Ross. I've watched him back in the old WCW days. He was in NWA. There's been times he teamed up with Tony Schiavone. Jim Ross has been around forever. He's probably one of the most knowledgeable announcers on WWE. He knows what he's talking about. He's a great guy to listen to. He's fun to watch. He actually makes you enjoy watching SmackDown. And it's a shame. I would like to see Lawler and Jim Ross back together on Raw again, because I sort of miss that tandem. But WWE, I guess, did the right thing by splitting them up, because SmackDown is doing much better, and Ross is a big part of it. I mean, when you have somebody behind the mic that knows what he's talking about and calling the matches, it makes a big difference on the show when you're watching it on TV. So, in any event, that's it. Jim Ross is my number 1, Jerry the King my number 2, Matt Striker's my number 3, Michael Idiot Cole's my number 4, my number 5 is Wimpy Todd Grisham, and number 6 is Josh Matthews. So, I just needed to talk about the announce team and let everybody know where I stand on it. WWE overall does a pretty good job. They usually have one good person on each show, and that person always carries the other one that isn't so good. So that's about it. This is the Iceman, WWE Ice This, saying so long until next time, and we'll see you later. Peace out, guys.